Welcome to my channel. I am Brianna, and if you're new here, thanks for coming and seeing what I've got. So today I'm going to be talking about how to remember how beautiful words are. So lately, when I've been writing, I've been kind of doing a speed racer sort of version of writing. My goal has just been to get words down and get it done, and that was a good goal last year when I was trying to finish my first novel. In fact, when I was writing that novel, my motto for it was, "The first draft of anything is shit," which was a good motto at that point. I just needed to get the novel done, and I needed to know that I could finish a novel. And I got there. I finished the novel, I kept working, I kept writing, but now, after I've finished my first novel and after I've completed a novel and know that I can do it, I'm to the point where I need something more. I can't just do the push, push, push and just get the ideas down on paper. I'm to the point where I need to figure out how to fall in love with words again. Because I remember when I was in high school and college, I loved words. I was in a pageant and I wrote my speech on how beautiful words were and how powerful they could be. And when I was in college and high school, I sat in English classes and I discussed books and I picked them apart and found what was beautiful about them. But then I graduated college and I left the circles that I had built into classrooms where I could talk about books and discuss the stories in depth and discuss the little tiny details that make writing and reading literature a lot of fun. So after I graduated college, I had to start my job and I had to work and just kind of learn how to live and balance work and balance life. I was so tired after working all day and figuring out how to exist in a life and be an adult that it was just good enough that I got words down on the paper. But now my life is balanced out enough. Now I need to get back to what I love about stories and what I really want out of a story and just find where words are beautiful again. So here are a couple things that I am doing or getting involved with that I am hoping will help me fall in love with words again and help me find what's beautiful in words again. The first one is poetry. I have two books of poetry. I have a couple more, but I have two books of poetry that I have been reading. Here they are. I read 2 poems a day just because I want to. One of them is W.B. Yeats. He writes a lot of very fantasy-esque focused stuff. He is an Irish poet. Then I have Seamus Heaney. I really love his stuff. A lot of his stuff is about farming communities and growing up in the country and that sort of thing. And I really like that because that's kind of where I grew up. So I connect a lot with his stuff. It's very simple concepts, to me at least, that he talks about in the story or in his poems. They've got a lot of imagery and fun things about them, that I can connect to. So I've been entertaining and I've been reading those, and it's really nice to read those because it makes me remember and think about how to arrange words so that they're beautiful and arrange them in ways that are pretty rather than just trying to figure out if the idea I'm trying to portray is clear enough. It kind of gets down to the roots of beautiful writing. The next thing is music. I have always listened to music. It's not a new thing, but my current playlist has just been filled with songs that have a story behind them and songs that have meaning behind them and make me want to do something or write something or create a story in my head. That's very inspiring to do that. It makes me think about how beautiful ideas are as well as writing, because I don't constantly find the ideas that I write to be unique and moving and in-depth. Listening to music that has stories behind it makes me fall in love with ideas again and find ideas that are poignant and very much stories to be told. The next one I'm going to talk about is writing prompts. I did my last video on writing prompts, and frankly, it was a lot of fun. I haven't written writing prompts in quite a while. In my creative writing class at school, I, every once in a while, would do a writing prompt with the kids, and it's fun to do those sorts of things. It's fun to explore ideas and kind of get your brain out of whatever story that you're currently working on. It kind of stretches your creativity and makes you think about things that you wouldn't normally think about, because it's going to be something new and different. And when you force yourself to do something that you're not used to, you're kind of stretching your creativity. It's kind of nice to stretch your creative muscles, and it's kind of nice to see the ideas that you can come up with and the ideas you can explore. It's nice to find greatness in simple ideas, which is something that I haven't had a whole lot of lately. So it's cool to latch onto ideas and find them awesome. The next one is writing exercises. So this is a way that's kind of like a mix of writing prompts but staying in your novel. So by doing writing exercises, you kind of get a prompt that helps you explore your story, but it's kind of in an off-camera sort of way. It's nice to be able to write in your novel just to explore the novel and explore the people and explore the characters and explore the world and the settings and all of that stuff, because sometimes by just exploring your ideas and your world, you can find things that you need, or you can add another layer to the story, or you can just understand it better. Understanding the worlds that my stories are written in and kind of digging into those worlds is a big thing that I want to do, because I'm not just putting ideas on a page. If I've been exploring and learned, I'm putting people and places and real concepts onto a page. By doing writing prompts and exploring, I'm hoping to find the things that are amazing in the story that I didn't know about before. The next one is a little bit random, but I find that it helps me personally. A lot of people have suggested just writing by hand, but for me, I find that it's helpful to write on a random piece of paper. Now, the reason I do this is because I have designated notebooks for the different story ideas that I plan to complete. And if I write something in that notebook, in my brain, it feels permanent and it feels like it should be in the story. And if it doesn't end up in the story, I feel like I'm wasting the pages that I wrote on, which is a silly concept, I know. But by writing on a random piece of paper, like a piece of computer paper or a piece of notebook paper, actually computer paper is better. This is the weird way that my brain works. Computer paper is better because its purpose is not for writing. Its purpose is just for printing paper and putting images on it and whatever. But by using computer paper, it kind of frees up my brain so that I can get some new ideas and it helps me think. But I have a tendency to assign ideas to objects. I organize my ideas to certain objects. Like I have certain notebooks for certain things. When I was used to journal, I used to only use a specific pen while journaling. By freeing up my brain and kind of stepping away from something that is assigned to whatever concept I'm trying to explore, it makes it easier for me to explore, and it kind of puts less pressure on me, if that makes any sense. So I just write on different pieces of paper when I really want to explore something, specifically computer paper. Or this. So this is a calendar. We got these for free at school, but on the other side, it's blank. So what I do when I have like an idea or a concept that I'm just exploring and trying to figure out something, I tear off a piece of this and I just write on the entirety of it. And since it's so huge, it gives me a lot of brain space to explore. Like, I guess the size of the page kind of helps me think about more ideas. I guess it gives me more space to think. Then the last thing I'm going to be talking about is taking my time. In taking my time, this allows me to explore ideas a bit more. So if I'm just forcing myself to write like 1,000 words or 500 words or a big number of words every single day just to get ideas down, the ideas that I put down aren't going to be completely fully formed. So by giving myself time to work and by giving myself freedom to not write a whole lot in one day, it makes my life a little simpler. If I just give myself a day where, okay, today you can only just write 200 words, that's fine. Just get some idea down. I think that's going to be helpful for me to just not force myself to get words down and get things done. It makes it easier for me to get a good story down. Thank you so much for watching my video, and if you have anything that you do that kind of makes you fall in love with writing again, or if you have anything that you really love about writing and you can rant and rave, go ahead and comment down below. I would love to hear your thoughts.